Most beginners fail on YouTube for one reason: they choose dead niches. And the worst part is, a bad niche can waste 6 months before you even realize it. So in this video, I'm giving you 10 faceless YouTube niches that are still wide open in 2026, including one niche that looks incredible at first, but quietly destroys most channels that try it. And honestly, one of the niches later in this video is probably the best opportunity for beginners right now. Let's get into it. Number 1, forgotten history. This niche is dangerous in a good way, because once people click one hidden history story, they usually click another and another and another. That binge behavior is exactly what helps faceless channels grow fast. But here's the key: broad history usually performs worse. The channels exploding right now focus on stories that sound almost unbelievable. Not the history of Rome, but the men who accidentally changed world history, the war most people have never heard of, the decision that rewrote an entire country. Those titles create immediate curiosity. And from a production standpoint, this niche is ridiculously beginner friendly. You can build entire videos using archive footage, maps, AI visuals, public domain media, and voiceover. No filming, no expensive setup, and no personal brand required. Plus, this niche has one huge hidden advantage: you will almost never run out of content. Every country, every era, every strange historical event becomes another potential upload. And honestly, if I had to restart a faceless channel tomorrow with 0 subscribers, this would probably be one of my first choices. But the next niche might actually have stronger click potential. Number 2, regional mysteries and local legends. This niche is massively overlooked, and the reason is simple: specific mysteries outperform generic mysteries. A weird story from one tiny town often gets more attention than broad, unsolved mystery content, because specificity creates believability, and believability creates curiosity. Titles like The Village Story No One Outside This Region Knows, or The Australian Mystery Locals Still Can't Explain, feel instantly intriguing because they sound real. Now, here's what makes this niche interesting for faceless creators: you don't need high-end production. A lot of channels in this space are growing using simple narration, maps, archive footage, ambient music, and basic editing. But there's a catch: this niche completely exposes weak storytelling. If your pacing is flat, people leave immediately, because mystery content survives on unanswered questions. The best creators in this space constantly create tension. What happened? Who was involved? Why was this covered up? What's missing from the story? That curiosity loop keeps viewers watching. And speaking of fear and curiosity, number 3, economic survival. This niche taps into one of the strongest emotions on YouTube: uncertainty. The moment people feel nervous about money, they start searching for answers. What happens during a recession? What actually holds value? How do people prepare financially? That urgency creates extremely high click potential. And unlike trends that disappear after a few months, economic anxiety comes in cycles, which means this niche keeps coming back. Now, personally, I think this niche has some of the highest monetization potential on this entire list, because it naturally connects to financial products, newsletters, education, communities, and affiliate offers. But this is also where a lot of creators fail, because they lean too hard into fear. The channels that survive long term are the ones that sound calm, practical, and trustworthy, not dramatic. That distinction matters a lot. And the next niche proves something interesting. Sometimes the highest view niches are not the easiest ones to sustain. Number 4, disaster and extreme weather explainers. At first glance, this niche looks almost unfair. Strong visuals, high emotion, constant new topics. But this is the exact niche I warned you about earlier, because yes, the click-through rate potential here is huge, but long term, a lot of channels slowly become repetitive. The creators who survive are the ones who evolve beyond disaster videos. They turn into science storytellers, survival educators, and explanation-based creators. That's the difference. And psychologically, this niche performs well because viewers imagine themselves inside the scenario. What would I do? Could I survive this? How bad would this actually be? That emotional immersion creates strong watch time, especially with dramatic visuals. But if I had to choose between this niche and the next one for long-term sustainability, I'd probably choose the next one. Number 5, ghost towns and vanished communities. This niche combines almost everything that performs well on YouTube: mystery, history, nostalgia, and human stories. Human stories almost always outperform pure information. That's why ghost town content tends to outperform generic abandoned place compilations, because viewers aren't just looking at empty buildings, they're asking, what happened here? Why did everyone leave? How does an entire town disappear? That emotional layer creates retention naturally. And from a scaling perspective, this niche is incredible. You can repeat this format across Canada, the US, Australia, Europe, and beyond. There's almost unlimited content. Plus, visually, it's very beginner friendly. You can build compelling videos with Google Earth, archive footage, AI imagery, stock footage, and cinematic editing. And honestly, I think this niche has one of the best balances of low competition, high curiosity, and long-term scalability. But if you want something even easier to produce, number 6, abandoned places. This niche works almost entirely because of visual curiosity. People are naturally drawn toward forgotten spaces, especially places that once felt alive. Dead malls, abandoned theme parks, entire empty neighborhoods. The visual contrast alone gets attention. But here's the mistake most beginners make. They turn these videos into slideshows, and slideshows kill retention. The channels growing fastest in this niche still tell stories. Who built this place? Why did it fail? What happened behind the scenes? That narrative tension is what keeps people watching. And one major advantage here is speed. Compared to many niches on this list, abandoned place content is relatively easy to produce consistently, which matters a lot for beginners trying to upload frequently. Now, up to this point, most of these niches have been driven by curiosity and storytelling, but the next 2 niches are different. These audiences buy things. Number 7, farming and homesteading. A lot of beginners ignore this niche because they think, I'm not an expert, but the audience isn't expecting perfection. They want useful information. This audience cares about food production, gardening, self-reliance, sustainability, and practical systems. And practical audiences are extremely valuable because practical audiences spend money. This niche naturally connects to affiliate products, guides, courses, communities, and sponsorships. And unlike trend-based niches, homesteading audiences often stay interested for years. That's powerful if your goal is building a business instead of chasing short-term views. And interestingly, the next niche often gets even stronger watch time. Number 8, off-grid living. This niche overlaps with homesteading, but emotionally, it's completely different. A huge part of the audience is not watching for practical reasons alone. They're watching because the lifestyle represents freedom. Freedom from systems, freedom from modern stress, freedom from dependence. That emotional identity makes this niche much larger than it first appears. And because viewers imagine themselves living that lifestyle, watch time tends to be extremely strong, especially on beginner-focused videos. But authenticity matters here a lot. If your content feels overly generic or obviously AI generated, this audience notices quickly. So this niche rewards creators who develop a genuine storytelling voice. And now we get into one of the most underrated niches on this list. Number 9, food history and origin stories. This niche looks deceptively simple, but it combines 4 things that work extremely well together: history, culture, curiosity, and familiarity. Everyone recognizes food, which means viewers already feel connected to the topic before they even click. That lowers resistance massively. Titles like "Who invented this everyday food?" or "The strange origin of a food you eat all the time." These work because they make familiar things feel mysterious, and from a monetization standpoint, this niche is extremely advertiser friendly, which matters more than most beginners realize. Some niches get views, some niches get paid well. This niche can often do both. And finally, the easiest niche on this list for visual retention, number 10, nature transformations and environmental before and after content. This niche is built around payoff: a polluted river becoming clean again, a destroyed landscape turning into a forest, a city transforming over decades. Viewers naturally want to see the result, and that creates retention automatically. This is also one of the easiest niches for beginners because the visuals do a huge amount of the heavy lifting. You can build strong videos using licensed footage, archive imagery, AI visual visuals, and clean editing. And unlike trend-based content, these videos often stay relevant for years. Now, after looking at all 10, which niches stand out the most? If you want the easiest beginner niche, abandoned places, forgotten history, and food history are all strong choices. If you care most about monetization, economic survival, homesteading, and off-grid living have huge potential. And if your goal is maximum watch time, then regional mysteries, ghost towns, and disaster explainers are incredibly powerful. But honestly, the biggest lesson here has nothing to do with the niches themselves. The best faceless channels aren't built on information alone. They are built on emotion, curiosity, fear, wonder, preparedness, nostalgia. That's what drives clicks. That's what increases watch time. And that's what gives small channels the ability to compete. Because viewers don't remember information. They remember how the content made them feel. And the good news is you don't need a massive budget to start. You can use AI for research, AI voice tools for narration, stock footage, archive visuals, image generation, simple editing workflows. What matters most is choosing a niche with real demand, building a repeatable content system, and publishing enough videos for the data to tell you what works. So here's my advice. Don't try all 10. Pick one, commit to 30 to 60 uploads, test titles aggressively, improve your thumbnails constantly, and let the audience tell you what the market wants. And if you want help choosing the right niche, building your content system, and monetizing a faceless channel using AI tools, affiliate offers, and digital products, check out my community below. Because the biggest mistake is not starting with limited resources, it's spending 6 months building the wrong channel. See you in the next video.